What's up, everybody? This is Dan Roadie from the band Oreja. We're based in Austin, Texas. Welcome to the third Mudshark podcast. Today we're talking about Motley Crue. This is pre-recorded today because I do have a gig tonight and I don't have time to do the live stream. I'm hoping next week I will be back to live streaming, but I will set this as a premiere with live comments, so I'll be able to comment throughout the day and talk to you guys if you're watching this in real time. Let's get right into it. We're talking about Motley Crue, Crazy Stories. One of the most notorious 80s rock and roll bands. So let's get into it. Everyone has a Motley Crue story. Here are two of mine from either end of the band's sticky spectrum. Picture this. Side stage at a cruise show somewhere in the Midwest, standing next to the poor, unfortunate roadie on Nikki Sixx Spew Patrol. Oh man, okay. Already getting good. Crue were in their pomp in the USA then, with girls, drunk, and drugs a constant as they sink their way across the country. Sixx, headbanging furiously, running into the wings to throw up into the bucket proffered by his wan-looking tech. Sixx, laughing as he ran back on stage, chin still smeared with his oily deluge. Oh, God. He'd do that 3 or 4 times a night sometimes. So he was so messed up on drugs that he had a puke tech while he was on stage. Cut to the backstage at the Classic Rock Awards at the Roundhouse years later. Nikki sitting alone backstage, sipping a green tea. Everything absolutely zen. A glance. Then, dude, I know you. It's a wonder he can remember anything at all. It's hard to forget the Crue, not least with The Dirt, in endless paperback reprints and a bona fide Netflix hit. So here are just a few of the wrecks, some literal, that the band walked away from. The Apartment from Hell. Like pigs, the band enjoyed reveling in their own filth. The band's Sunset Strip apartment had a roach problem on a near biblical scale. They couldn't afford pesticides, so they'd use lighters and hairspray to exterminate the bugs. Oh my God. Which showed some initiative, if nothing else. Another innovation came in the shape of toilet paper, or lack thereof. They'd use socks, band flyers, magazines, or whatever else came to hand. Oh. The Burrito Deodorant. To keep things on an even keel at home, the band would hide the fact they'd been playing away with groupies by visiting a restaurant called Noggles, buying egg burritos and rubbing them on their crotches to cover the smell of sex. Oh my God. Noggles had a bathroom that they never once thought to visit and wash their dicks instead. The hygiene wager. Tommy Lee and Nikki once had a bet to see who could go the longest without showering and still hook up with groupies. After a few weeks of leather pants and sweating on stage, even the most ardent of groupies couldn't be blamed after getting to waist level with Sixx, becoming overcome with nausea and vomiting spaghetti up all over his junk. One hopes it helped mask the smell. Jeez. The Jaguar Transaction. Tommy Lee once slept with a plus-size fan so he could drive her Jaguar XJS. As Vince Neil recalls in The Dirt, she told him that if he fucked her, she'd let him drive the Jaguar. That night, Nikki and I walked into the house to find Tommy with his quivering mass bouncing up and down on top of him. The second Tommy finished, he buttoned up his pants and looked at us. "I gotta go, man," he beamed proud. "I'm gonna go drive her car." Sex for studio time. Lee slept with a studio engineer to get some free time to record the band's first songs. After Crue ran out of money mid-session while recording a 3-song demo, rather than pony up more dough or come back another time, Lee hooked up with the female engineer recording the band. Later, they'd record the Too Fast for Love album completely drunk in just 3 days. Wow. The Undercover Cop incident. After a night at the Rainbow with Lita Ford, Sixx saw some bikers harassing girls on the street and intervened. Sixx told one of the bikers to chill, and when the biker told him to fuck off, Sixx removed the metal belt he was wearing and hit him in the face. In classic Crue style, the bikers turned out to be undercover cops. They broke Sixx's cheekbone before dragging him to jail. On the upside, he got the song Knock 'em Dead Kid out of it. Oh my god. The death of Razzle. In 1984, Neil was with the members of Hanoi Rocks at his home in Redondo Beach. Running low on drink, and though completely smashed, he and Rocks drummer Nicholas Razzle Dingy did a booze run. Neil crashed into another vehicle, killed Razzle, and injured the occupants of the other. Vince, equally blessed and cursed by that, Motley Crue magic, was sentenced to a mere 30 days in jail. He was released after 15 days due to good behavior. Yikes. Fear and self-loathing. The escalation of self-loathing, boredom, drinking and drugs, and a near constant touring led to Lee and Sixx breaking bottles over each other's heads and swallowing light bulbs for fun. They threw a bed out of their hotel window onto a Mercedes. Lee set his hotel bed on fire in Switzerland, and in perhaps a new low, he pushed a phone receiver inside a groupie and then tried calling her mother. Oh, how the days must have flown by. Oh my god. Near-death experiences. After nearly dying from a heroin overdose in 1987, the first thing Sixx did when he got home was shoot up more heroin. I remember someone at his record label at the time telling me that Sixx had come to the next day to discover his bedroom walls covered with sprays of his own blood. Then again, they got Kickstart My Heart out of it. Oh my god. Diary of a Madman. After Vince Neil and Ozzy Osbourne were alleged to have stolen a car and gone joyriding around Memphis, Ozzy, in a sundress, it gets hot in the U.S. in the summertime, upped the ante by snorting a line of ants and then drinking not only a pool of his own piss, but that of Nikki's too. Ugh. I threw up my hands, Nikki said. You win. It's not recorded if Sixx got a song out of that one too. Oh my god. Okay. These are getting good. The most outrageous Motley Crue stories. Oh, some of these are repeated. Here's a new one. Nikki Sixx tried to hit on Tommy Lee's mother. This happened when the band was still starting out, and Sixx admitted that Lee's mom was a MILF. It didn't bother Lee one bit though, because he would even jokingly call him Nicky Papa. Okay. True stories of big hair and bad judgment. The dirt on Motley Crue. Nikki Sixx and Vince Neil at Motley Crue on May 11th, 1984 in Chicago, Illinois. That's a picture. Okay. For the hair metal band Motley Crue, The Dirt was a fitting title for a collection of true stories and biographical film. The fact is, these guys were filthy, unkempt, unclean, unpleasant, unrepentant, and they liked it that way. As one of the biggest bands of the 1980s, Motley Crue sold millions of albums and toured across the world. They also wreaked havoc everywhere they went. The band destroyed hotels, wrecked cars, broke up relationships. These guys did everything but kill each other while they were at the top of the game. The band's debauchery was so harrowing that in 2001 they released a memoir of sorts called The Dirt. And in 2019 a movie of the same name was released. It's impossible to tell every myth and legend about this atom bomb of a band, but these are some behind the scenes stories that the band members have given. The band almost burnt down their apartment in the name of pest control. Oh, we already read that one. Man, some of these are just... Here we go. The Motley Crue was kicked off their first tour with Kiss. In 1983, Motley Crue got their first taste of rock stardom when they received an opening slot on the West Coast dates for Kiss's Creatures of the Night tour. Initially, the shows were stellar, but just over a week into the tour, the band was kicked off the bill. At the time, the band's management believed that either Crue was so good that they were blowing Kiss off the stage or that they were partying too hard. But it was revealed that the band was kicked off the tour because Tommy and Nikki had sex with Kiss drummer Eric Carr's girlfriend behind his drum set. Holy cow, that'll do it. Nikki Sixx's dealer saves his life, sort of. Sixx is famous for two things: writing Motley Crue's biggest hits and injecting entire opium fields worth of heroin. In 1985, while on tour with Cheap Trick in London, Sixx let a dealer shoot him up and he suffered a major overdose. Sixx said, "As soon as it exploded in my heart, I realized that I'd fucked up." He writes that when he woke up, when the dealer was carrying him to the alley like a sack of trash. "I had large welts all over my arms and chest for being struck with a baseball bat. That was the dealer's idea. He thought he could put me in so much pain that my system would shock itself back into action. Kickstart my heart." So that's all. After an overdose, Nikki Sixx had an out-of-body experience. Sixx didn't let a couple of overdoses stop him from using heroin. However, in 1987, he took so much junk that he was officially dead for a few minutes. On December 23rd in 1987, Sixx had his dealer shoot him up with a dose of heroin that turned out to be lethal. Sixx remembers his out-of-body experience as paramedics attempted to kickstart his heart. So that's where here's a quote. "It felt as if something very gentle was grabbing my head and pulling me upward. Above me, everything was bright white. I looked down and realized that I had left my body. Nikki Sixx, or the filthy tattoo container that once held him, was lying covered face to toe with a sheet on a gurney being pushed by medics into an ambulance." Wow. Tommy Lee and Vince Neil had interesting ways to hide infidelity. Oh, that's the burrito thing. A dealer followed the band on the Girls, Girls, Girls tour. Okay. In 1987, Motley Crue was on top of the world and above the law. While on the Girls, Girls, Girls tour, they were followed by their drug dealer who drove a Mercedes-Benz Excalibur with the license plate that read "Dealer." In the dirt, Tommy Lee writes, "Whenever we got off the bus, he would suddenly appear with his diamond-packed Rolex, gold chains, and a token couple of bitches on each arm, throwing bundles of coke to everyone in the band and crew. He was the pimpest drug dealer ever, and he always had his party hat on." When the dealer was kicked off the tour by the label, the band bid him adieu because pimps and partied out freaks were a dime a dozen on the tour. Wow. Mick Mars drank straight vodka because it looked like water. While the rest of the guys and crews were all dealing with serious drug habits, guitarist Mick Mars just stuck to plain old alcohol. Specifically, he liked to drink straight vodka because he assumed that the rest of the members of the band thought he was just drinking water. According to Tommy Lee, no one was fooled. Mars writes, "Before I went on stage, I'd line up 6 shots of vodka next to an open can of Coke, and then down them all. Then during the show, I'd have a glass of pure vodka on the side, which the other guys thought was water. Afterwards, I'd bring out a jar of Marsade, a mix of tequila, orange juice, and grenadine, and suck that down." Man. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Next week, I'm hopefully going to be doing a live stream, and I think I'm going to cover the Beatles' Paul is Dead conspiracy. I think that I've been wanting to look into that quite a bit. And I got quite a few shows this week. Let's see what we got here. Got quite a few shows. Tonight we're at the Blind Pig Pub from 9 p.m. to midnight. Tomorrow I'm back at the Blind Pig doing a solo acoustic show, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Thursday we'll be at Parlor and Yard, 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Parlor and Yard is on West 6th. Friday night, Friday night, we're at Round Rock, Texas, north suburb of Austin, at a place called Urban Rooftop, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Saturday, I'll be on South Congress at White Tiger. It'll be me and my buddy Mac on drums, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then Sunday, I got the day off, which I think I'm going to enjoy because it's been quite a busy week for shows. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Hit it, maybe give it a like and a comment. Facebook, like and comment. Follow like the band page. Instagram, follow the band page and like and comment. I hope you guys have a great week. Obviously, this won't be on Twitch because it's not a live stream. But next week, Paula's Dead. It'll be live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram. So come say hi. Mudshark Podcast. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Have a good night.